So, what's next? You've got your goals set for the year, probably have a vision board, and then you wonder, now what? How do I get these goals actualized in my life? So, one of the next steps may be to go into your feminine aspect, because you may have been in your masculine aspect setting the goals. Go into your yin sign and visualize your life with those goals already in place. So what does it look like? How does it feel? What's the sense of satisfaction in living those goals? Can you allow yourself to imagine that your life is fulfilled and the goals are already in place? That helps to bring it about. You might say it puts in the order in the universe. I've often said it's not like you go into a restaurant and say, I want the chef to cook something for me. You go in and you make your order and the substitutions and exactly how you like it. And then you can anticipate the fullness of that food coming. And when it does, you breathe it in, you smell it, sense it, taste it, and incorporate it into who you are. So in a way, you want to digest and assimilate your goals similarly, so that you can have a felt sense of actually living in that way of being. And then you go back to your yang side, your masculine side, to work on how do we implement it. That's a good time to set action steps, to do some planning of what are all the steps to get to that goal. And if it's a goal with a specific end date, then you tend to plan backwards. You can do a flow chart that plans backwards from that date to now. And if you do that, then you know what to do next. And you don't have to do all of that. Some of that's later, some of it's now. And it helps you focus on, what do I do today? If it's an open-ended goal, then you start looking at what are the steps to help me get there. And you work out the big steps and then the sub-steps until you get down to things that you can do now. So you go from the unbelievably huge to the infinitesimally small, so that you've got actions that you can actually take. Then you, in this inner workings of masculine, feminine, yin and yang, you go back to the feminine and you vision what happens when these action steps are applied, and how is this unfolding, and what is life looking like as each of these steps are completed. And if it's an event, go sit in the event. What's it like having it full and people are so pleased? When I used to teach Tantra, I would come together with the assistants and we would often imagine the room filled, and at the end of the weekend, people loving it, celebrating, so happy with what they gained. When you add that enthusiasm, that enthusiastic receiving of this new way of being, it makes it stronger in the universe. It's like it turns up the color on the request. And what I notice with our guides and angels is when our requests are strong, when they're empowered, when they're colorful, when we're fully voting for them, then they can really get active in helping create the miracles and the magic that brings about what we're asking for. So make your request vivid. It also shifts the subconscious, because the subconscious works on ritual and imagery. So you can write all your goals you want. Vision boards give the subconscious a little more information, and yet they're not animated. So in a way, the feminine part of this manifesting is to make those visions animated and real and pleasurable and fulfilling and exciting, so that you build the sense of self-esteem and confidence that says, I can have this. So now you've got your visions more clear, you go back to the masculine side, the yang side. What do I need to do? What do I do next? And what do I do with this day? And if you find that you've set so much in motion that you're overwhelmed, then you look at what's important. There's a wonderful tool that uses like 3 concentric circles, and you put all the things you could do and see what falls in the center, and that's your passion. So the feminine helps you find the passion, and the masculine does the exercise. And that's the intermarriage. That's how you're working courtship toward a real partnership inside. And so you discern what are the most important uses of my time by what is your passion. Sometimes it's possible to set goals in so many areas of life that you're so overwhelmed that you want to do nothing. I have gotten myself there more than once. It's like there's too much to do. I'll just distract. And YouTube catches me or some such. You want to let go of distractions by staying focused on what you have passion for. So you're guided in the implementation of your goals by where your passion is. What turns you on? What makes your heart sing? Because there's where you've got the most energy, puts you on the path of the heart, and all the resources for doing your good are on that path of the heart. So you let your passion keep bringing you back to the center of that path. So there the two are working together to bring themselves into the center of that path. Then the masculine looks at all these new factors and features and desires and actions and works toward integration. How do I bring all that into a life that's doable, where there's still time for work-life balance, for pleasure, for play, for renewal? Because if you go after your goals and burn yourself out, you're not there to enjoy them. But if you take measured steps toward them and take them regularly, like every day you do some piece of moving toward this goal, then you have a sustainable effort. You're able to stay on course. Also, if you break the goals down into steps for each day or each week, it allows you to have success. If you hold this big overriding goal, I got to get there, I got to have 15,000 a month income, and you're at 2,000, then there's hardly any success in doing that. But maybe you want 15,000, but I'm at 2,000. Now I'm at 2,500 every month. And now I'm at 2,000 a week. And you break it down. Then you can look at how to get there instead of, well, I don't know, because that isn't helpful. You want all of you to vote for the steps toward the goals, regardless of what they are, because that's what allows you to get there. And destiny's calling. Did you hear the ring? So just allow destiny to be a part of this. So then the masculine integrates and the feminine goes, okay, I want to talk to destiny now. What is our highest destiny? So if we take these steps and we move in this direction, is that the direction toward the vision we're desiring? Tuning into spirit, tuning into source, intuition. Are there any adjustments, anything else that needs to shift to make this the best pathway it can be toward what we desire? So there you have it, the working together of the masculine and feminine. And this is the intermarriage that can build into new paradigms of manifesting. And that's what we want, isn't it? We really want to be in new paradigms. We want to be in that step up, that quantum leap from where we are today. Thank you so much for being a part of bringing these new ways of calling in our good to earth. Many blessings.